Come on. Oh, baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Felt the risk, I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest, though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. And
all right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it. It gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Spiller. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And here are the Falcon offensive starters.
I don't know about you, but I love a good undrafted free agent success story. So let's take a look at Robbie Anderson, wide receiver, because in 2017, 63 catches, 941 yards, and a strong candidate for the Pro Bowl. Didn't quite get there, but was knocking on the door. How about that for an undrafted free agent out of Temple, now making good in the NFL?
He gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked to Spiller trying to get loose. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with, a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed, because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble, because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time. Fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. 2nd and 9 now. And finding the tight end, Wilson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons. They'll look to throw here on first down. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Here's Spiller. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. He's already put it on the ground once in this first half. There, no gain, just struggling to get going.
Yeah, and what he needs right now, a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a hole, a big one for him, give him a chance to run a little bit and gain some of that confidence back. He didn't get it on that carry.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
91.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That one complete to Anderson. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. They run for it with Harris. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now Spiller. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. They'll look to throw, and this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick-6 last week. Not a pick-6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Set, ready? 70, Indy.
After one, a one-point game, 7-6.
56, right there, 56. Go, Tackles, go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. And he had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached, being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football. How about that lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play?
They run with Spiller, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that'll make this a 6-point game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down, Moon. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there, and a Buccaneer first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run the counter. Bowser. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now look at him go. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. Now they try the right side here. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What, is it 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Now a play fake here on first down. He finds his man Johnson. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 39 yards there, a big one.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Now back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Robbie Anderson. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Mike, 55. Right there, remember, 55. Hey, high 7. Check right. Watching it right.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
They'll try and throw for it. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts, passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Here we go.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. You can count his carries on 1 finger. They've only given him the rock 1 time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. Allen, the intended receiver.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. On the screen, complete to Spiller. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Here we go on 2nd and 12. He gets this one to Johnson. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. They go play action here on first down. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Falcons push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game as we send you down to our left. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They run the counter. Bowser. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, Moon. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ford. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 40.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. From the gun, here's Moon. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Again, they run it with Spiller. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That good for 22 and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 31. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Moon. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Ford. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. They'll run on first down. Bowser. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Play action. It's Moon. He's going to air one out. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again on the ground, again it's Spiller. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. All that, and it only nets him a yard. It's second down.
And Recon, 132 fighter.
And to give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
This is Johnson. He's got it.
Faster!
A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kevin Byard, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raider, gets the sack. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. The Falcons on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11. They'll set up a throw. Johnson's got it complete. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 25 yards that time. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not it.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Raekwon McMillan. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the fourth, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Here's Moon. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Ford. First down Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Moon. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Falcons grab it. And they have possession. And they have it at the 38-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The drive starts with a give to Spiller. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Falcons push further out in front. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the